Hi everyone, I'm Abby, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations. Now, last episode we confronted Quirkus Alba, and yeah, he's not going down without a fight, so it's gonna still be a bit, yeah. I killed Mr. Koshin in this theater using a knife that was stuck in my bouquet. I left that bouquet in the theater. Anyone could have taken the knife from there. Besides, Mr. Koshin's body was discovered in Babel, right? There's no way for me to have transported his body from that theater to Babel. Yeah. Look, don't you think you've had enough fun with me? You've already stolen my ambassadorship from me. Would you have me surrender too? You have no plans to ever return to this country, isn't that right? Did you know that a bunch of your subordinates are seeking asylum because of you? As if I care. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, with this guy out of the embassy, we can finally end everything. I know, and I will give it all my all to see that he leaves in handcuffs. Without the title of ambassador, he's just another witness. Yes, just another witness. All right, what are we waiting for? Let's get this guy. And get him good. I wonder if they understand that all I can do is present evidence to the testimony. Yeah, everyone's getting fired up. Yeah. Bulges are natural. That's one thing that we weren't able to quite investigate about this pushcart.
Objection!
Actually, I do believe there was a way to transport the body out of the theater. Perhaps you should give this a look. What is that supposed to be? It's footage from a security camera that captured the state of the immigration area. Should I congratulate you on getting your hands on it? Just letting you know that we're not the only ones watching at every movement. Thank you for the warning. Now, if you could take a good look at this section here. This lump here inside the pushcart. Do you know what's causing it? Should I? Because I don't. In that case, allow me to enlighten you. This is the cause of the natural lump under the cloth in the pushcart. What is the meaning of showing me that? It's to say that the natural bulge in the pushcart is Mr. Koshin's body. You had the Steel Samurai wheel his body away from the real crime scene. What a guess. But I wonder if you have any evidence to support it. I admit that for now it is but a hypothesis, however. If you can't prove, then I'm afraid I must be on my way. I don't have any more time to play with you people. Sorry I took so long, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Got me? Detective Gumshoe. Is that the Steel Samurai's pushcart? Yes, sir. I found it in the open air stage area. So that's where you went. Detective spirit that Pops left me with. Bet I follow my gut and go with it, sir. So, Mr. Edgeworth, is this worth anything to the case? Yes, it just might play a major role in solving this case, detective. But something isn't right. I thought that the entire samurai family was in Albest. Where exactly in the open air stage area did you find this pushcart? I found it just lying there at the edge of the stage, sir. Oh? Well, I'll leave that for now and examine the inside, detective. Yes, sir. It's blood. This must be Mr. Koshin's blood. Which only goes to prove that Mr. Koshin's body was indeed transported by this pushcart. I believe you understand what this means, correct? You killed Mr. Koshin at this theater and then placed his body inside the pushcart. And then? You forced the Steel Samurai to admittedly move the body for you. I forced him to move the body into Albest? What nonsense! Why would I bother to do such a thing? You were scheduled to make a speech in Alabast, meaning it was difficult for you to make a stop in Babel. However, what if you moved the body to Alabast? Because it was your embassy, you could keep an eye on it and tamper with the evidence. And then you smuggled it out of Alabast. No! I could show you how you moved the body from Alabast to Babel. Then I win. But you can't. The security between the two countries is incredibly tight. I'll be the one to judge whether or not I can prove it or not. And so I ask you to provide us with testimony regarding your movements after your return to Alabast. Ugh. Miles Edgeworth. Have you figured it out? Do you know how the body was moved? To be honest, I have nothing to support my hypothesis at this time. However, I don't believe I've made a mistake in my logic up to this point. Which means there is no question that can't be answered, right? The permanent statue was smuggled successfully through a brief flight through the air. So why shouldn't there be an answer as to how the body was moved? It means there must be a logical flaw somewhere I can exploit. After I returned to Alabast, I had my picture taken with the Steel Samurai, shaking hands. Then, just as I was about to start my speech, the Yatagarasu appeared. I feared for the national treasure, so I raced back to my office. Is that all? Yes, that's all.
Objection!
It looks like you left out a few things, such as the murder of Damask too. Furthermore, you left out the part about meeting with me in their office. Oh, those trifling matters. I don't believe I need to speak of those things again. I do so hate to waste time. What? Is not every life precious? Do you really need me to answer that for you?
Objection!
People like you cannot be allowed to wander freely through society. You better try hard, because I doubt you'll find a single contradiction. He's really full of himself, isn't he? Yes, he is. How can he be so confident at a time like this? Come, don't be shy. Go ahead and ask whatever you'd like.
Hold it!
So why was it only with the Steel Samurai? I thought the Pink Princess was also around. The Pink Princess was suffering from a bad hip at the time, and the doctors recommended that she rest. Wow, so you do have a soft side after all. A pain of a bad hip. I suppose none of you can really understand how it feels. Oh, so you tend to strain your back as well, huh? Isn't that just because you're normally all hunched over? You did need to keep up the act no matter what, I suppose. The point of this is not to discuss my back problems. For about 15 minutes after our handshake, I was in my office preparing for the speech.
Hold it!
That Yatagarasu was just a trick that you had set up. A most amusing joke. And how do you propose that I set it up? If you really want to know, I can explain it in detail for you. You arranged the spotlights in the rose garden so that when you were to take the stage, the audience will see the Yatagarasu's shadow. Oh, that is an interesting tale. Sadly, it has nothing to do with me. What's it going to take for you to fess up to anything? Very well then, let's move on to a different question. After the Yatagarasu appeared, what was the state of the rose garden? Everyone took refuge inside the embassy. I even helped with the effort. And then, once everyone was inside, well... Yeah.
Hold it!
And what happened after you returned to your office? I don't want to keep on repeating this, however. Upon my return, I had that stroke of bad luck and bumped into Mask Man.
Objection!
And I don't want to keep on repeating this either. But his name was Damask too. Who cares what he was called? By the time he got to the primitive statue that he was supposed to steal, it had already been swapped with a fake. Talk about an unlucky man. Being bludgeoned to death with a fake statue. Miss Von Karma's really letting her whip fly now. Eek! I think the scary part is her silence while she's doing it. Especially with the limit of her patience as well. The physical attacks are meaningless here. Only evidence will suffice. I can't find a single flaw in his argument. At this rate, I won't be able to prove that he's actually guilty of anything. Are we finished here? Miles Edgeworth, can you not come up with how the body was moved to Babel? Sir, Mr. Edgeworth. Even after proving so much, is he going to get away with it? Is this the end? It appears though we made it just in time. It would be a great honor if you would allow us to be your allies in battle. Evil Magistrate, it is time for you to pay. It's the Steel Samurai? No, you are mistaken, for I am Steel Samurai Daddy, married man in Neo Old Tokyo. And this is Pink Princess Mommy. Edgy Poo. No! The two people I wanted to see the least. Larry! What are you two doing here? Way to show your gratitude, Edgy. We just wanted to help, yeesh. We're gonna get the bad guy with a single thrust of my samurai spear. Go away. How can you be so mean to us, Edgy Poo? All three of us came to lend a hand and this is how you treat us? Well, isn't this grand? And I see they managed to find the Iron Infant. Does that really matter right now? Hey, is it just me or is Iron Infant completely soaked? Oh, yeah. I found him at Babel, but he was in the middle of the pool. Wait a second. Larry, go back to what you just said. Huh? Oh, it appears to have made it. Not that far back. Something about finding the Iron Infant in Babel? And he found it in a pool? I don't recall there being one in Babel. Oh, that. Well, I was in Albest the whole time, so I have no idea how the Iron Infant wound up in Babel. I thought I had lost him in the Rose Garden. But I guess maybe this cute kid can swim, huh? Wait, what? Larry, you lost the Iron Infant in the Rose Garden? Are you sure about that? Yeah, I'm sure. But I found him and... That's enough, Larry. The Iron Infant that Larry lost managed to move between the two countries. Furthermore, the Iron Infant was found soaked in the middle of a pool. This is what I've been looking for. It's another smuggling route between the countries. The key to the route the Iron Infant took to travel from Albest to Babel is... Ah, that's right. This embassy was built bilateral with symmetry in mind. Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir? There was a location which we would examine post-haste. It's where I believe the route used to smuggle Mr. Koshin's body lies. Does something like that really exist, sir? An embassy built on bilateral symmetry, meaning this is where we need to examine.
Take that!
Yes, sir. I'll be back before you know it. It's too late. It doesn't matter now what you do. It's all a waste of time. You will stay here with us and wait. Yeah. Can't do much now that he's not an ambassador, This is Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth! It's here, sir! There's a reservoir here, just like in the Rose Garden. Just as I suspected. What is it? Two sides of this embassy are mirror images of each other, which means that there was also a pool at the corresponding location on Babel's side. Mr. Koshin's body was moved to Babel through the pool in Albest. Avoiding the topic with a vague answer like that is unbecoming of a prosecutor. If you don't mind, I'd like to see more physical proof if you have any. The Iron Infant is positively soaked in water. Why do you think that is? It's because it was fished out of a pool, not just any pool. It was the Babelese one. I think it's pretty obvious at this point what must be true. The water reservoirs in the two courtyards are connected. And where's your proof the two sides are connected? The proof is right there before your eyes. The half-drowned iron infant. What? This blasted doll! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm back. Hey. Don't tell me you guys figured everything out without me. We did, thanks to this hero Justice's son. Even if he is just a doll, he managed to top full of the villain. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Look, I don't want to say this, but it's kind of unlikely the body just happened to have passed on through the Babel. This guy's a doll and he's small, so I can't believe he made it, but he has a point. Yes, that's right. I'm glad someone here understands. Mr. Edgeworth, are you going to next propose that a dead body consumed through a pipe? You see, Mr. Prosecutor, our chase after this man is far from over. Agent Lang. Why is he helping Mr. Alba out now? He's not. He realized the flaw in my argument is helping to move the logic along. In which case, I should return the favor and find an answer. And another thing. Mr. Koshin's body was found in his office in Babel. So what happened to his body after it was transported to the open air stage? Mr. Alba had an accomplice in Babel, remember? You mean Shina, right? With her there, you can see how it was possible to move the body up to the office. Are you seriously claiming that she swam through the connecting pipe with the body? He's right. Miss Shina would drown if she did that. It's hard to imagine that she swam through the connecting pipe. It looks like your hypothesis about how the body was moved is still only half-baked. In the end, it's all just the befuddled musings of an accusatory man. Now then, I believe you should give up and allow me passage. Because from the start, there was no feasible method of transporting the body. What? Mr. Prosecutor, recall Shina's movements. What was happening in the embassy around the time Miss Shina was in Babel? Ooh, if only there was a way to get rid of the water in the pool. Get rid of the water? Aha, that's it. Now, I believe this time we really are done, right? Unfortunately for you, it's far from over, Mr. Alba. You were a most persistent man. Are you saying that you've thought of a way to move the body through the water? Move the body through the water? That's completely unrelated to how it was done. Excuse me? The reason I say that is because there wasn't any water there at the time. What do you mean there wasn't any water? Just what it sounds like. Tonight's events made it possible to drain the water, allowing the body to be moved. There's fires. So, yeah. Tonight, the Adagarasu sent a fire to a variety of locations at the Babelese embassy. In order to put the fires out, much of the reservoir's water was used. Of course, when the water was used, the reservoir's water level went down. If enough water was drained, the connecting pipe could be used to traverse the border. So what? The water level went down? Reservoirs were connected? Does any of this matter? You can't prove any of this. Pretending to be ignorant won't work with me. We both know what kind of situation we're in right now. Even in a game, there comes a critical game-changing moment. A moment in which you hit a wall you must overcome in order to beat the game. I haven't lost yet. I found the route you used to smuggle the body, and that route will lead to your defeat. Even if all the water was used for the firefighting effort, you still can't really call that a smuggling route. I know that. Should have figured that you would notice. Hey, Mr. Alba, how deep are those pools anyway? I'll have you know those pools are extremely deep. And there are no ladders or footholds along the walls either. It would be difficult for Shin not to hold the body and climb out of the pool. Ladders or footholds along the walls? There was no need for such things. What do you mean? If one were to use a certain something, then would go up or down in the pool at will. Oh, looks like you got an answer already. Well, what are you waiting for, Mr. Prosecutor? Enlighten us already. The way Machina and the body were able to rise up to ground level. There was a way to control the water level that could be the way the body was moved. This was used so the body and Machina could move up and down the pool. Auto refills the water when the water level is too low.
Take that!
Mr. Elba used the fountain spout, in a matter of speaking. He used the fountain spout? How so? The water level in the pools can be controlled by opening and closing the spouts. Machina and the body were lifted upward by their buoyancy in water. The fire on the Babylese side and the firefighting effort, these were set in motion all for the sake of smuggling Mr. Koshan's body. Ugh. Shall I show you where the final destination by a train of logic leads? First, Mr. Alba closed the fountain spouts in advance in preparation of things to come. Then he took the push that was brought to the rose garden and pushed it, along with the iron infant Mr. Koshan's body, into the pool. At this time, Machina was busy conveniently starting the first fire on Babel. She then made for the open air stage's pool to wait for the firefighting effort to begin. When the firefighters used the water in that pool, the water level went down. By the time the fire was put out, the pipe between the two car pools was exposed. This is when she pushed the pushcart from Albas into Babel. Once that was accomplished, Mr. Alba simply opened the fountain spouts once more. And the water level rose up to its original level, along with Machina and the body. After that, Machina used the pushcart to carry the body up into the Secretariat's office. There was an elevator in the embassy, after all. So you see, even with her small frame, she could have easily transported Mr. Koshan's body. And that wraps up my thorough explanation of how the body was moved. Ugh. No! Well, ex-Ambassador Alba, what do you think? Not so untouchable without your precious extraterritorial rights to protect you, are you? I knew you could do it, Mr. Edgeworth. Way to fight back. You accused me of moving the body across country lines. But when you get down to the nitty-gritty, you don't have what it takes to indict me. The nitty-gritty? What does the man want now? Proof, I believe, is what he seeks. Yes, proof. Without any, who is to say whether or not any of what you said really happened? Wants proof? What are you going to do, Mr. Edgeworth? There was no need to worry. I've had all the proof we need all along. The body wasn't the only thing to go through the pool's connecting pipe tonight. Just as Detective Gumshoe found the first cart in the open-air stage area, so too did I find one other item there. And that piece of evidence will prove that the pools were the smuggling route. This was another thing that was smuggled over to Babel's open-air stage area. Right there. It's also wet for some reason. Trust me, this will be irrelevant.
Take that!
And what exactly is this? You have no idea, do you? This little piece that I found in Babylese side will be your undoing. A guitar pick? Would you care to explain that is going to do me in, as it were? Much to your chagrin, perhaps, but this is not a guitar pick. What? This is something I found at the open air stage, which was transported with the body. I naturally assumed that you would recognize it, since you took a photo with it after all. Since you don't, allow me to show you what this fragment from the stage area belongs to. It's missing something. And see? The pick is actually part of the knife.
Take that!
Let's take a good look at the murder weapon that was used to kill Manny Koshan. On the handle of this knife was a beautifully blooming flower. However, it appeared that it's missing a single petal. Now, let's see what happens when we try to fit this pick in that open slot. It's a perfect fit. I assume that petal must have fallen off the flower during Mr. Koshan's murder, and then it was accidentally placed in the pushcart along with Mr. Koshan's body. That's an interesting story. Nothing more. Oh, are you sure it's more than just a story? Because for some odd reason, this flower petal was wet when I found it. It was wet? you say? Yes, and the only place he could have gotten away from is the open air stage's pool. Now I ask you, how did a part of the weapon which was smuggled into the theater wind up in the open air stage area in the Babylese side of the embassy? I don't think I need to waste any words explaining this, as this pedal explains it all for me. It proves someone with the Rose Garden's pool on through into Babel. Impossible! The people of Zangfa have been waiting to see you face to face, Mr. Alba. I'll tell everyone back home we'll be there soon. You should be happy. Why? Why? It's a little late to be asking that question. You should have known from the very beginning. When you took your first life. No matter how you may plot or how you may try to cover it all up, you can never hide from your crime and what you've done. Because we're here to see to it that justice is served to people like you. You can't call what you've given a perfect argument. You know, I don't think this guy is going to ever admit to his wrongdoings, Mr. Edgeworth. Because he values himself above all else. People can't be negotiated with, or people who refuse to admit when they've lost. I don't believe those kinds of people really exist because everyone breaks eventually. You're right. In that case, I have no choice but to use all of the evidence I have. And use it all until he breaks in the weight of his crimes. Mr. Alba, I request you testify once more. This really will be the end of the line. See what I said? Yeah. It's not gonna be easy bringing this guy down. But we'll do that next episode, and then the game will be over. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching. Feel free to like and comment and subscribe, and check out my Twitch and Ko-Fi and Twitter/X. And again, next episode will be the end of this game. So yeah, still something kind of crazy that'll happen, but nothing too crazy like the twist that Kirkus Alba is the bad guy. Hope you join me for that, and peace off.